Okay, so I'm here with Michael at Atlassian Team 25. My name is Britta from Yasoon and Microsoft 365 for Jira. And I have a few questions because Michael is our customer, valued customer. And Michael, let me know, what are you using Jira for? What is your use case?
Yeah, so today we're using Jira for end-to-end issue reporting from internal customers. So we don't really have outside customers. All of our customers are internal individual teams. Then we're also using it to plan and forecast work across our functional, like what we call like core strategic teams, essentially.
I can see and imagine that communicating in this setup is quite hard. Would you say this was the biggest challenge, or do you have any challenges that you have been facing?
Yeah, so some of the biggest challenges, we have very demanding teams. We're in the trading financial space, so resolving issues quickly is like paramount to our success. And we have also within our company individual teams that we view as customers, essentially, of like shared services. So we do have a core technology team, and then we have sub firms, if you will, that access our technology and our platform. But we need to serve all their needs and requests and remediate their issues. However, we need to give them a certain sense of security and privatization of their issue, because they might be having a problem that nobody else is experiencing. So it's paramount that we give them like kind of a self-service look and feel. However, they're all like part of our like core company.
I can see. So what was your approach to solve this challenge?
So originally, we used to have a very disjoint approach where people would chat into Microsoft Teams, and we would do our, kind of like best effort to capture, understand the issue, copy and paste it over into a Jira issue, and really lose a lot of the conversation and what was happening, like the core issue, some of the resolution steps, maybe even some of the troubleshooting steps. That was all being lost, and we're kind of like fumbling our way through troubleshooting an issue. That was really, that's what we used to do.
So I know that because we talked earlier, I know that you use Microsoft 365 for Jira. What do you value about it?
It's the integration of Teams into Jira. So our end users don't need to really go into Jira, for example. They can go access the Jira portal, they can go access that help portal, but when they're busy working and trading during business hours, they don't need to leave Teams. It's one place for them to communicate with their coworkers, it's one place for them to communicate with support staff, and it's live updates from the actual Jira ticket. So it allows our customers to stay focused on what they're doing and not have to worry about changing context necessarily. And then on the back end, our support staff is able to access that ticket and collect all the details from what's being reported in one central place. And as that ticket gets escalated and shared out to additional people, all the details and the history of the conversation are retained. So there's no like information that's lost. The end users is very, very clear. The updates from the ticket are threaded in the Microsoft 365 conversation. Yeah.
I like that. I also know that you have like a very elaborated workflow. Do you want to tell us more about that? Because you had some struggles, and I'm open for constructive feedback as well.
Yeah.
So can you tell us more about your setup, how you set up Microsoft 365 for Jira in your instance?
Yeah, sure. I think some of the challenges, though, are really, I would say they're not really constructive feedback. They're actually more so high demands, and our company kind of wishing and dreaming to bend the bounds of what can be done, right? Most of our challenges are just around permissions and standards, and not so much a flaw in the product. But I think at this point most things have been worked out. I mean, I know we have a couple things we've talked about, but I think they're really left to more so limitations of like Microsoft 365 and like Teams, and not so much your integration. It's us trying to figure out how do we optimize the Microsoft Teams interaction.
Thank you. And maybe for the end of the video, do you have one sentence? What do you think of Microsoft 365 for Jira?
That's a great question. I think
you can take your time.
Yeah, no, I know. You can edit this whole thing out. So you can like cut this. No, but I think think the product speaks for itself in that so many of our technology team like members, as they interact and use the tool, it's intuitive, it's simple, and they want to embed it and use it in more things. Like it's one of the only integrations that we've actually adopted that people have come back to us and said, oh, I want to use it over here. Can I change my notification from an email to this? And so we have like a really high adoption rate, and people are very excited about using it.
I love that. Thank you, Michael.
Sure.
And cheers to the camera.